to ruin.
It would. Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? What up, Theron? What up, Mike? What up, Bradley? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I decided just to jump on and yeah, just play for a little bit. Hope everyone's been having a nice Saturday so far. You're crafting up a storm. It seems like that's your thing, Theron. You like, you went in with the object of adventuring, and you didn't know that you were really a future master crafter. that was your real goal. Oh, I'm glad that you like it, Bradley. Ayuden is amazing. Yeah, I mean, the translation stuff could have been a little bit better, but that's why I don't listen to 99.9% of the people who go hog wild crazy and complain on the internet, because let me just try the game and enjoy it. If I'm enjoying the game, then join the game. Doesn't mean they're not like wrong, but people tend to blow things out of proportion or make a mountain out of a molehill, mainly because they're bored and just want to yap. So I'm just going to enjoy the game for what it is. My combat classes look lacking before we go. I mean, hey, that's fine, Darren. That's the good thing with these type of games. Play what you think is going to be fun. Do you finish the first dungeon? You love it? Yeah. The redhead in the beginning is great. Oh. Miss, are you talking about Miss Kung Fu Girl? Yep. Fashion is the true game. You are not wrong, Matt Suru. Yeah, the Kung Fu Girl? Yeah, she's fun. Wait, there's dungeons? Can I get an ingredient there? Yes. Speaking of fashion, if anyone has seen this character, I've ran with this guy for a bit. I really have no intention of changing his design and my getup. I actually just like this getup. My guy looks like he has he's chilling. He's a man who's chilling, but he also has a tie, which means he means business. If you really like crafting, yeah. If you love like crafting, you could these things to items and turn them to shards and materials. Nice. It's finally time for well, I'm at the verge of Endwalker. Like at the very verge of Endwalker. According to Maik, I have 2 more pieces of patches of Shadowbringers left, but I don't think they're very long. I think these are, it's more like summary pieces that like lead into Endwalker type of thing. But first, as I always state, our priorities must be in order. And what I mean by priorities, I mean gambling. Because that is the main priority. Right at this very second. The Grand Company in terms of CLs, yeah. You could get good stuff with a Grand Company. Especially I think for crafting. It gives you a lot of good stuff. Alright. Maybe that'll be an 8. I might have been better off with this one. We also have a Fashion Week for easy 60k. Yeah, the Fashion Week stuff. I think that I did that once. I think Maik got me to do it once. Because right now I'm mainly just going through the MSQ. So this is my real first time kind of going through it all. Let it be a 7. Let it be a 7. Ah, poop. Boo. Boo. Look at this guy. This guy. His armor is cool looking though. I'm better dressed though. His armor is cool looking though. I have to give him the credit for that. He actually looks like a warrior. I look like I'm ready for a business casual meeting. So he looks beefy. I know. That is what beefy should look like, but this is what I actually look like. Yo, what's up, Brendan? Aloha to you too. All right, so let's jump in to let's do a quick roulette. Duty Finder. Let's do a trial. Because you never know what you're going to get with these trials. I probably should eat some kebab. I really haven't done much of the crafting. The only thing I've ever really crafted was food. And it's been such a long time. I'm gonna have to. I'll have to like relearn how to craft. For the most part, and you know, people who've watched these streams regularly, I've just kind of stuck with the MSQ, and I've been going very slowly. I've been on and off of this game for years. Did I make it to Endwalker? I'm on the verge, Brendan. Just to tell you where everyone's at, everyone just woke up in the first. If you know what I'm talking about. So I'm at that part. Everyone just woke up. Oh, okay. Speaking of things,
This battle shall be our last.
Okay. Speaking of my last major battle.
Begone, spawn of shadow! Darkness must be destroyed!
Oh, I got frozen.
Gleaming steel, like my path!
No! I'm all chained up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come on. It's time to hit a button very fast. We got to click. Can I click fast enough, chat? Can I be the master clicker? Nope. See, no confidence. No confidence in my clicking skills. Dang it. We're ready for round 2. Aha! You do not know I have the MacGuffin of bullshit. There's my MacGuffin of bullshit.
You! It cannot be!
Come on, MacGuffin. Do your MacGuffin-y.
To me, warriors of light!
Uh-oh. See, now he's powering up.
I am salvation given form. Mankind's first hero and his final hope. For victory, I render up my all. Your demise will be our salvation. You still stand. Very well.
Come on. Will you quit moving?
Sword of Shadow!
Here, I'll join her.
This must be destroyed!
That board of MacGuffin will be seen a lot. Yeah, I know. Oops. I misread that. Oh, someone's playing bongo drums. Don't worry. I'm just taking a little nap here. Just taking a little nappy nap.
My soul knows no surrender. Hope, grant me strength.
God dang it.
Gleaming steel, light my path.
That's cheating. You can't shoot two crossbows at the paladin.
Be gone, Sword of Shadow. darkness must be destroyed!
God dang it.
My beauty!
No, he is the warrior of light. God dang it, man. I wasn't in the thing.
Clad in prayer, I am invincible! Begone, spawn of shadow!
There he goes. Where's the white mate? Oh, oh, they all left. Well, I was not expecting to fight the warrior light for my first battle. That's the only problem. Ninja's very squishy. Ninja dies super fast. Even when I think I'm out of the way, I don't have enough HP. Well, thank you, Brendan, to do it, so it's all good, though. Alright. Let's go back to Revenant's Toll. Because I'm sure, man, I haven't been in this place in a long time. Hey, look. There's our boy. He's alive. I suppose we ought to take stock of the situation. By forestalling the 8th Umbral Calamity, we have unwritten history. The future now lies beyond the ken. None can say what awaits. But so long as we stand together, I doubt not, but that we can overcome all trials. We have always done so, have we not? Oh yeah, here's my wind-up mistle. Hey, you want to look at my toy? Look what I got. Well, now, I have my suspicions on what this is about, but would you be so good to confirm them for me? I got a toy. Aye, just as I thought. They went ahead with it after all. The artisans of the mean have come to me with a proposal, you see. In celebration of the knight's return, they asked me how I wish to be commemorated. On a coin, or as a automation. Neither, I replied, for all the good it did. They knew I would be embarrassed. It makes no difference what name they give it, yet still they did it. Yes. A right stubborn lot they are, as befits the people of the Crystarium. They shall be just fine without me, and Lena may just rest assured and do not worry for them. This Sid cheated and made a copy of himself to make Cosmos win. This copy is the Warrior of Light. Yeah. Very true. No longer am I leader of a nation. Whatever power and influence I may have wielded, I left behind as surely as I left my body. But everything I have felt and experienced, all these things and more, I have brought with me. You have brought for me and I shall carry them close to my heart always, until the days of my end. Oh well, at least he likes his toy. What up, Creel? What up, girl? I love how Creel is, out of the two here, is a bit more mature and has like a little bit more of like an adult attitude of everything compared to Tataru, but she's the one wearing the foxier hoodie. She's like talking to you very seriously about stuff that's happening in the world, while she's wearing like a little hoodie with cat or fox ears. Rest assured, everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them, and I've been satisfied myself that they're all in fine health. As a matter of fact, they're just about to convene in the Dawn's Respite to discuss how best to use their pent-up energy. Let's join them, shall we? Have I played Final Fantasy V? Yes. Matter of fact, I'm actually in the middle of Final Fantasy V right now, in a playthrough. I was playing through all the old retro Final Fantasies. On my YouTube channel, you can actually see Let's Plays if you go in the playlist of 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm in the middle of 5. I'm actually right towards the end of 5 right now.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
Oops.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows. In light of which possibility, I shall accompany thee on thy mission.
Technical issues? What technical issues?
Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance.
Am I not live anymore on
Thou
Twitch?
requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Oh, no, I just hit, I hit the mic accidentally when I was putting down my glass of water. Oh, hey.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hey, it's her again.
Lise!
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
Awkward staring.
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't believe we've met.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He wouldn't...
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Oh, isn't he all formal?
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the first. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, see? They're all like...
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it.
We all got isekai'd. That's all you need to know. He's trying to explain. Well, a bunch of anime happened, and then we fought another Asian. The end.
Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Asians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition. And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
For a time.
I'll take that as a yes.
We killed 2 Asians. Yep.
Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary.
Yeah,
And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength.
Yeah, that's true.
Even so,
We should have got hit by a
oldest
cart
and mightiest of
or
primals,
something.
he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
Oh, we also need to take care of the light crystal, too. They're both bad.
But tell us, Lys, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the
tiny
provinces.
bus
Early reports
swallowed
say
up in the Crystal
huge
Tower.
swathes of the Imperial capital had been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald, and we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Alamigo.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you use to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
The tempered.
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering?
The tempered.
That would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I totally forgot what the tempered
I'll do
was.
my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
What meeting? Lead on. Meetings suck. I'm in meetings all day for work. I don't want to be in a meeting.
I knew you'd say yes.
I don't want to be in a meeting in, like, video game land.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
No, go away. No cat boys allowed.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
Those who are
no,
mind
no.
controlled by the...
That's not...
Oh, that's right.
I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
That's right, that's right.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
I thought the tempering was You know how they talked about a poison that the Empire was making? The black flower or whatever it was? I thought it was something related to that. But yeah, it's the people who get all wonky because of the primals. When I set out to save Halric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind. Whoops. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the aether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant. And though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, I'll say, and it warrants full investigation. If there's even a chance to save Gabu, we have to try. But however much I like to race over to Limsa and set to work, there's no room for recklessness. Not when a child's life is at stake. I'm sure Beck Lug would remind us we still know little and less about the soul. Any number of things could go wrong if we don't exercise due caution. And so, before attempting anything, we should all learn about the possibility about tempering. There's one problem. Research into the condition has long since ground to a halt, and the combined work of many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. I will not spoil. Oh yeah, I'll learn. I'm sure that we'll get to that black poison thing. Oh hey, Windows 95. It kind of was, man. I'm like, I kind of let me put it this way. I'm probably not going to be on the TikTok live side often. Maybe once every in a while, but just so I could keep my stream key, just in case. But it won't be a regular thing. To be very honest, I would highly suggest if you want to catch my streams on the regular, check them out on YouTube, because I'm on YouTube and Twitch. Same channel name. So I would say you can watch on YouTube and Twitch if you want to watch the streams, because TikTok is very, very weird with their stuff. So, but I at least want to hold on to it, because if you don't stream for like 3 weeks or something like that, they take away your key, and I just want to do enough to hold on to it. The algorithm is weird. It's very weird. It's super weird. It's very annoying. Like video wise, the video side doesn't seem to do that bad, but the streaming side, I just gave up on. So, and more people are showing up on the YouTube and Twitch side anyway. None of the monitors. Oh, okay. And if we seek, and what do we seek is found anywhere, I would surely be at the etherochemical research faculty, where they experimented on primals and their worshippers. Good thinking. I've never actually been there myself, but I did read the reports on Azialia, which means they'll be needing an airship. A Yakuza lieutenant got arrested for stealing Pokemon cards. That is the most Japanese sentence I think you've ever typed in chat, Bradley. That is the most Japanese sentence I've ever heard in my life. A Yakuza lieutenant got arrested for stealing Pokemon cards. Meet me on the northern banks of Tier Lake. I've got a little surprise for you. Oh, and I've come prepared to travel. Oh yeah, they'll probably reference that in a Yakuza game in the future for sure. I still need to play the new Like a Dragon game. I like the last Like a Dragon. The last Like a Dragon was cool. Alright, is there any... Oh, so it's just south. Alright. Hey, that guy's got a cool-ass eagle. Alright, so let's go south. Oh, wait. I thought it was this gate. It was the other one. Going the wrong way. Seasoned adventurer. Oh, I totally forgot I could fly here. I haven't flown in such a long time. I totally forgot I could fly. I'd give you the Bonanza, the Cyan's very own airship. I built her as a company project with the help of our friends at the Rising Stones, and named her for luck and prosperity. Tataru, this is amazing. We'll be able to fly just about anywhere we want. Our garments were impressive enough, but to build the entire airship? I see the annals do not exaggerate the many talents of the Cyan's fabled coinkeeper. I also introduced myself as your pilot, except the training didn't quite go so well as I hoped. But that's alright, because we've hired this capable fellow here instead. The Bonanza is equipped with fully complement of monocutters. By the way, feel free to use them to get around Azalea. But that's enough. It's time to fly. Alright. Is this Final Fantasy? Yes. This is Final Fantasy XIV. This is the MMO version. One thing I do like about Final Fantasy XIV is that it's an MMO, but it's really like just a Final Fantasy game that happens to have multiplayer. that happens to be multiplayer. It's just a multiplayer Final Fantasy. Honestly, Sid would be jealous of the ways that the airship flies. Tataru has outdone herself. It's a single-player Final Fantasy with multiplayer tapped on. Basically. Anyway, here we are. Azalea. And Alphino's report did not do the scale of this place justice. This appears to be the helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To east lies the Beta Quadrant. Yes, I believe I have my bearings. Though this is my first time on Azalea, I do have some familiarity with the place thanks to the records in the Crystal Tower. Unless I'm mistaken, this path leads to an aetheryte. Yep. This leads to an aetheryte. Whee! Let's see. Alright, so let's just keep going. Here's the terminal. A moment while I search the archives. Searching the archives. Oh, he's a hacker. He's a magician hacker person. Ah, there we are. Iconic corruption. An overview. That sounds promising. Indeed, let's see what the report has to say. Confound it. The contents appear to have been deleted. What? No. Isn't there something you can do? Not from here, I'm afraid. It may be that another copy of the report exists elsewhere. The question is, where to look? It says here that the report was written by someone named Owen. It is likely that he kept a copy. I would say that's a distinct possibility. Assuming that he was a researcher here, he would have the quarters on the Hemisphere. We can discern the details at Hemisphere Control. Let us return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves to the Manicutters. I forgot. You already have suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to the ship. We'll see you at the Hemisphere. Did they just acknowledge I have magical warping powers, or just a flying motorcycle? I got the power of BS on my side. Yes, they did. See, I got a flying motorcycle. Because I am powered by anime. I like how I could just skip through everything. Alright. Is this it? Yeah, here it is. Let me just land. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber here, this node will be able to tell us the number. Yep, let's find his room number. Have I been doing the Hildebrand quest? No. I've done some of it, but I haven't gone too far. Like I did like the first couple missions, you know, met the dad. I think I did the Realm Reborn quest line version, but I never really got that far after that. I know it gets pretty wild. There's so much to this game I haven't even touched upon. Like, I think I've only been to that, what was it, the House of the Dead or Temple of the Dead once. I've barely done anything. I've basically just been MSQing my entire way through. Because my idea is like, once I kind of get quote unquote caught up, then I could just jump around and do other things. Warning, an evacuation order is present in effect. Entry to the Hemisphere is not permitted. Foiled again, in all likelihood. The order would have been imposed during the fourth umbral calamity, and I doubt it would be lifted in the near future. Energy level critical. Returning to base for recharging. The Endwalker Hildebrand quests are funny. Yeah, I need to catch up on those because they've been hilarious. The ones I played. I did the whole like I did that whole like, was that one quest that you have to be like in a water pool and like you got to give Hildebrand's dad a massage or something like, or something weird. Error retort to that. I have an idea. You're now facing a psychotic hairstylist? No. Nice. Oh, you found the hairstylist. Okay, great. Yeah, that hairstylist comes in handy. As for a suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. You seem to recall. Are you honestly telling me that it was in the records too? I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning aspect ether was prone to pulling on the continent, resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. A minor detail, I grant you, but in my role as the caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there was no such thing as too much elegant knowledge. Besides, my studies help me feel connected to the source, the home. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with you, is more exhilarating than I can express. Now, then, the lightning shard. I suggest we split up and search the Beta Quadrant. Oh, but beware the sprites. They won't manifest where the ether is stagnant. Now you're just showing off. And needed for the amazing weapons? Yeah. The crazy hairstylist. My goal is to get through Endwalker by the end of the year. Like, if I just like streamed Final Fantasy like once a week and maybe played a little offline, and once I get into Endwalker, I could probably get to the end of it by the end of the year, I'm thinking, right? Because I'm not those people that just power through. Find a point of stagnant lightning and defeat the lightning sprites that appear. I saw a lightning sprite here, but are there more? It's all about the money game. Yep. All right. Maybe he's up here. I'm just trying to find like an entrance area where the aesthetic is a nut job. Yeah. See one inside. Oh, okay, I see it. Let's see. That's what I love about this game. This game could go from very serious to super crazy in a second. Bravo. That was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations. The lightning shard is yours. What, no dramatic entrance? You've changed. You remember that? In my defense, I was so caught up in the moment. It isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero, after all. Well, the contest continues. You better I'd hurry back. Oh, one last thing. Thank you, Beefy, for bringing me here. Alright, so I just gotta go south. Beefy getting the props he deserves? Shocker. Well, I'm perfect. I am Mr. Perfect. I am amazing. Don't you realize that? As the warrior of light, you can do no wrong. You are the most amazing to ever amazing. That is the rule. It appears that Alice A had no luck, so victory's yours. Congratulations. Now, may I have the shard? Your dreads are amazing. Your actions are more questionable than your D&D character. I don't know about that. Kelma did some nutty things. What is that you make it so much better at finding things? What do you have that I don't? I have literally a map that points to me where it's supposed to be. That is a question I too have asked myself on numerous occasions. I suspect that we both can learn a great deal from Beefy, and not only about our secrets of adventuring, but come. We should do our mission. Was simulated by a Borg? Kind of. You're not too far off, Bradley. See, even Matsuru said it. You're not far off. Excellent. The system responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the Habisphere. Only one obstacle remains: the security systems within. Should they be triggered, they can make life rather difficult for us. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I am right, my royal blood shall allow me to venture unmolested. What happens if you want to be... Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower, yes. But if it doesn't, you'll be on your own. I promise, wish me luck. All right. Okay. You gonna hang around? Sounds good, Matsuru. I appreciate that you're here. Lurk away. I love lurkers. Lurkers make the stream work. On a pod mount. Uh-oh. Just staring at the nonsense. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but a conic corruption? An overview? Sounds like a studium thesis. We all had the right one. Lest you wonder, mine was about combat applications of ether. I'm nothing if not practical. A Shadowbringer 24-man raid thingy? Ah, gotcha. Alphino was more philosophical, of course. Political, dare I say. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. He asserted that the Charlarian knowledge should rightly be used to protect all life of the star, in direct opposition of the country's cherished policy of non-intervention. Being a leading member of the forum, our father was not happy. At the time, of course, Alphino was utterly convinced that his views would cheerfully argue to the death with anyone who saw things differently. By which I mean, the roads were long. To be fair to him, though, he's since learned to be a little bit more open-minded. But deep down, he still holds fast to that one belief. I should have liked to meet the young Alphino. From what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allegan civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the studium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the students of Baldison convinced me the right one would promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more of a means to an end at the time, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods. An Archon's thesis. I shudder to imagine the work involved. But enough of that. Is this the fruit of the foray? Yes, Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If the copy of his report still survives, it will be stored in this device. Shall we find out? You know what's funny about this? What we're looking at right now, basically is an old PC of an old scholar. And the way they're describing it, it sounds like it might have been like a study of some Allegan university student who was looking into the situation. And if this is his old PC, you know that joke of like, hey, you know, if I die, make sure someone deletes my browser history? Imagine like 200, 300, 1,000 years from now, someone finds like someone's old, you know, SSD drive and go, oh, I wonder what this person is about. It is just the worst of the worst on the SSD. Because you know it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Don't look. History 1,000 years from now is going to be hilarious. Initializing scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as guest, please complete biometric authentication. Verifying. As a civilization, we failed. We didn't delete our drives before we went extinct. Oops. Yeah, I know. Authorization complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I am your most humble service, Your Highness. It never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis a pity the effect will not last forever. Doga Uni said as much as when they granted me this gift, but until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. Searching. One item found. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Go on then, Your Highness. Tell the nice node the password. Right. Let's see. Glory be to Alleg. Long live Emperor Zonde. His password is probably like his dog. Incorrect password. Please try again. Confound it. Come now. Passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance... Password. The notion that the password could be something so inane would be laughable if not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness is grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. Wow. Wow. Not only did she get scolded that like no one would make their password. She got called a handmaiden and know her place. What did that thing just call me? She got told. Wild Rose. Wild Rose? Be warned that any further inappropriate behavior in the presence of His Highness will not be tolerated. Alright, that's it. I say we dismantle and manually extract what we need. Now, let's not be so hasty. A single misstep and we risk losing the report altogether. I believe this may be a task for Sid and his colleagues. If anyone can coax the machinima into cooperating, it's them. Well, it is a big ball. That's true. Come, let us bear the node attack to the node back to the Rising Stones. Yeah, let's get Sid at it. Sid will figure it out, and I guarantee you it's probably something stupid. It's probably something really dumb. Got that AC/DC song in your head. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, basically. Hey, Theron. How'd you know? That's the same password I use for my luggage. I should probably mention that I have yet to meet Sid since waking up. Rambros did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friend has been afield on urgent business. And changed the password on my luggage. Yes. Or all O's. Yeah, exactly. Nevertheless, I assure you my proposal to seek his help is no pretext. However, much as I might look forward to seeing him again, him and everyone, but come, let's be on our way. I like how the ball will just follow him around because, you know. Alright, let's go follow him. Who is this guy? Alright. Go back to Revenant's Toll. All right. Oh, that's the wrong way. Here we go. Back to Revenant's Toll. Now we're back with the little ladies. Wonderful news, Beefy. Tatsuru contacted Sid on our behalf, and he's on his way. While we wait, I would like very much to hear what transpired at the Alliance Council. As you know, the meeting was convened to discuss how to best respond to the recent events in Garlemald. According to intelligence from our domain allies, the war's succession rages on, and the Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the province have begun to move independently of the motherland. Of greatest concern to us is Illard. Is the third. A legion aligned with Lord Nerva. It appears that they receive substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Brutus? Aren't they the ones who took in Yotsuyu and Ashi? This bodes well. Zenel's movements, meanwhile, remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Uranger will be able to shed some light on his activities when they return. Until such time they do, the Allied leaders feel it will be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal from Gimlet, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions amongst the beast tribes, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Given the timing, I suspect they wish to put their respective houses in order of a decisive clash with the Empire. Whatever their intent, this is not a problem easily solved. The Lomincians, in particular, struggle in their efforts, and Alphano and Yostola has been called upon to aid them. So as long as we're dealing with the Tempered, I'm afraid no amount of dialogue will avail us. But if we can develop a treatment for tempering, then anything's possible. Which is why we must succeed. On that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable in Dawn's respite? We get to see Sid after all this time. I'm also glad that my alerts and stuff are working. So, that's nice. Sid. Forgive us for not coming to see you sooner, my friend. As soon as we heard, we had our hands full. In our defense, you are up rather early. I was under the impression that you'd be slumbering a while longer. Oh, I would have been, had you not fulfilled your promise. Huh, I still struggle with that idea. For where I stand, the secrets of our traverse through time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But an alternate version of myself already had laid them bare. I dare say frees me up to concentrate on other endeavors. Speaking of which, you wanted my help or something? Yes, we got this giant ball that needs a password broken. Well, well, a treatment for tempering. And for the next step, you need to find a password for this elegant report. Just so, with nary a clue to guide us, we can be here forever and not guess correctly, and thus we turn to you. Well, I loved that we could help you, so I will. Once suitably configured, a Magitech terminal should make short work of identifying the password. I knew I could rely on you. We need Sid to crack that nut wide open? Exactly. Good thinking. I'll transfer the information to a terminal and set it to work right away. They're going to be Hacker Man. Ah, looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Short and simple, just as I said. Would you like to do the honors, Your Highness? I would, milady. Node. Open the report entitled Iconic Corruption and Overview. Password. Freedom. Password attempted. Opening report. Oh god, we just got Star Wars. Obi-Wan, you are our only hope. This report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of the soul. Said ether ordinarily exists in equilibrium, not one element being more prominent than another. But when a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes, their soul taking the properties of an entity in question. By way of an example, exposure to the ether of a fiend, Sephiroth, would cause a subject's ether to become aligned with the elemental of earth. As a consequence, the subject will attain heightened affinity with earth aspect magics, as well as a preternatural levels of endurance. Repeated exposure will further enhance these traits, ultimately altering the subject's very flesh. I hear blah 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 kill this. Exactly. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributed to the elemental alignment. However, further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbral charged or stagnant during the process. The stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, though thoughts of who come to the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In the manner do the corrupted become worshippers of the icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having discerned the mechanism of icon corruption, my colleagues and I have developed a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavor in which we were successful, albeit at great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women all, fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures for corruption, but it was rejected, deemed not essential by Lord Amon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impertinence, I have been stripped of rank and title, and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood, this report will be expunged from the archives. Nonetheless, I recorded in hopes that one day someone will undertake to do that which I could not, and find a cure for the victims of iconic corruption. So, not even the Alligans were able to find a cure, or rather, they were not given a chance to do so. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Amon's decision. Probably something that we gotta kill. More importantly, this confirms the stagnation of the soul is indeed the problem. Yeah, true. We were simply reanimated to a tempered soul. I fear it will do not to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may as well intensify it. No, we would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever becoming or ever remaining its thrall. So there's no point in reviving their souls unless we could also restore their sense of self. But of course, memory transference. The process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them to manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation. That is, limit the effects to those only in the memories that existed prior to tempering, though thus restoring the sense of self. We can theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which have come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see, the theory sounds sound, and our experience treating the light corrupted would help us identify suitable memories of reanimation. But are you confident that we can adapt the memory transference as required? I seem to recall that your attempts to do so while trying to bring some of us home culminated into literal bloodletting. They did, and you're right. Despite my best efforts, I could not recreate the mechanism, and I concede that the rather clumsy... Excuse me. Sorry about that. And I concede that the rather clumsy compromise I reached would not provide the basis of a cure. Thank you. Thank you, Theron. Then perhaps it's better that we consider another approach. Your doubts are understandable, but this time I believe we have reason to be confident. You see, notes such as this were built with the ability to simulate magics. Amon was a mad scientist according to the Crystal Tower lore, and Zande did order him to revive him and make him live forever. Yeah. Yeah, the whole Oligot society was kind of wackadoo. In theory, no difference in how we identify the password, but it'll take more calculating power, a lot more. I honestly couldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Tell me, Sid, why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep from prying eyes, of course. What else? Wait, a password could also be guessed by anyone with leisure, and a dictionary wouldn't keep it from the person who minded to look. No, he wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguishing engineering collective, I believe their motto was freedom through technology. You two, round up as many Magitech terminals you can find and bring them to the workshop. Right away, Chief. Things are about to get very busy. Lucky we can have you to help, eh? Yeah, Amon, all that entire civilization, the Aligot civilization was like super advanced, but their leadership was cray-cray. Right. Rev Grahatia and I configure the terminals. I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Uh-oh. Alright, we're off to get supplies. That's the name of this one. I was wondering when we had to do a fetch quest. The people will give you what you need. We gotta do a fetch quest. fetchy the questy. And I bet you when we get there, they're going to ask for a favor for something else. Oh, man. I haven't been here in forever. Well, I guess this is a good excuse to get people back into the old areas. It's been a minute since I've been in this spot. Zande was a king, and anything Zande wanted was the civilization's priority. Yep. So sounds like the definition of corrupt king. You stand and the sky still manufacturing. Yep, here. So you're after Ceruleum. In that case, please present the note to our engineer. Oh, yeah, I forgot this was the mechanics trainer. Or not mechanics, the what do you even called? The class. The gun class. The Astral Astidium is where I need to go. There you go. Talk to the engineer. Machinist. There it is, machinist. Yeah. No, I prefer machonist, Mike. We're just gonna go. We're going around with our gun, going, "Oh yeah!" The class is now known as a machonist. Uh-oh. What the hell is that thing? Well, you get to summon a robot, I guess. True.
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places. As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
He's like, hi.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find.
Oh yeah, Estinian.
I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stone.
Hawk.
Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you? But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
We just came to hang out, collect some stuff.
A cure for tempering. You never cease to amaze me. Until now, our only hope has been prevention, our every failure irrevocable. But this would rewrite the rules of engagement. It could end the cycle of bloodshed. Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it.
Sweet. We're just getting airships like crazy now. It's like, you get an airship here, you get an airship here. Everyone gets an airship.
In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
You've done the Void Arc quest and the Warring Triad. Nice. I think it's good to make sure people just don't just go to the new city all the time. Like, every once in a while, it'd be good to go back. You know, make the old cities like part of a quest line, or you know what I mean? Spends most of expansion time in a new expansion, yeah. Like Dawn Trail, it makes sense. Dawn Trail is probably going to take place in that new island, in that new continent land. But it makes sense. It's kind of like starting a new thing. But, you know, with this, it's nice to go back because it's all supposed to be an all interconnected world. And Omega raids and Stormblood. I mean, go for it. If that's what you want to do, Mike. Unlock all the raids. What's wrong with LSA?
Oh, who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much?
Oh, she's just tired. I thought she was sad.
Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it.
Is Sid checking out Tataru? I know he's supposed to be talking about the ceruleum, but the way they have it angled, it looks like he's trying to check out Tataru there. Sid. Am I going to have to call Chris Hansen on you, buddy?
Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance? Ha! Some people have all the luck.
We have also succeeded in configuring the terminals, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Our able assistant.
It's been a while, hero.
Oh, it's this guy.
You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering.
It's this weirdo. The Dawn Trail waiting room.
But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Ask Jessie. She was the one who hired you. All I know is you're an employee of the Ironworks now, so you'll bloody well earn your keep.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9 parts to Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
I love how, even though Nero is sorta a good guy now, he is such an arrogant jerk that him turning evil at any moment would not be a surprise.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
I mean, yeah, he's Garlean, which already means he's arrogant as all get out. But
Whatever you say, Garland.
But so is Sid. Isn't Sid also Garlean?
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin. All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic.
Yeah, Sid lost his memories. He also lost his stone, too. I like how they're all just asleep.
Damn it. It's overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh!
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you. There!
He loved Nero. Just panic dance.
I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
Hey, yo. Does this... What kind of freaking super memory does this guy have? Okay. I'll give him his props for that one. He sat there and just like looked at a bunch of paragraph magic stuff and was like, got it. He's a nerd. This super nerd.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine. I'm sorry.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at.
See, if they were like, oh, because I think I memorized it and let me write it down, I would have been like, okay, he just has a good memory. But he's just like, got it. And then he's just talking like whatever.
This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
All I gotta say, he's already more useful than the other super nerd, Mr. Guy I can't stand. I can't remember his name. Maybe in Dawn Trail, he'll get killed off, and then our resident nerd will be the cat boy, who actually has a personality. Orange, that's his name. Orange. That's my hope for that's my hope for Dawn Trail. Orange dies. I'll be like, best expansion ever. At long last, we have our cure. In theory, at any rate, we cannot be certain until we put it to the test. Well, at least we could test it on someone, so I suggest Gabu. Yeah, as long as you exercise caution. Yes. But without further ado, let's make our way to Limsa. Yes. Onward to Limsa. Is there another? No. Bye, Krill. To the best city-state. It is. Like I said, when it comes to city-states, Limsa is by far the best. Ul'dah the second, and then no one cares about the third one. just to be real, no one cares about the third one. Gabu was such a callback. Yeah, I know, for real. It's like Gabu. The moment of truth. Grundani is a pain to get through. Yeah. Mid ARR. Yeah. This guy.
Apologies for the wait.
Gabu, have you been good?
It's been years. Literally.
Still no change, I'm afraid. He just stands there in silence until we move him.
It's all right now. We're going to help you get better.
Fancy meeting you here.
You might like the final season because I hate him so much. Perfect. You're gonna make me want to buy the expansion, Brendan.
Alphino, Y'shtola! I thought you were attending to primal matters.
We were, and came here for a meeting on the subject. Certain pirate factions did not deign to attend, however, and it was cancelled.
We had resigned ourselves to having wasted a journey when we chanced to espy you. Could it be that there has been progress with the treatment? Using Magitech terminals to formulate the solution. I would never have contemplated such an approach.
So this new magic, adapted from memory transference, would be used to purge the subject of their fanatical faith, while Angelo would be responsible for reanimating the ether of their soul. Yet I wonder at the practicalities. If one were to reanimate the soul first, it would only serve to exacerbate the tempering. Conversely, a stagnant soul would not respond to the effects of the magic. Would both need to be performed simultaneously?
Ah, nothing escapes Master Matoya's inquiring eye. As you say, both must be carried out simultaneously. And thus, I propose to imbue Angelo with the tempering treatment in much the same manner as I did the spirit vessels.
The pig.
By doing so, we also spare Graha the trouble of casting spell after spell. It's really rather efficient.
The most
Be
efficient.
that as it may, certain difficulties are unavoidable. The imbuing process will still require no small amount of ether. And, as I can no longer draw upon the Crystal Tower's stores of energy, I will be compelled to rely on those of others.
Well, I, for one, would be glad to assist.
As would I. Since the resumption of our duties, it has been naught but stuffy meetings, and I have ample ether to spare.
Excellent. With your permission, then, let us begin.
Yes, let us begin on this random bridge. Look, we're about to attempt to cure some disease that's been wreaking havoc across the entire planet. But yeah, let's just do it on this bridge, just for lulz.
Yes, this will do. And now, it's my turn. Tis done.
No small amount indeed.
Well, we seek to go where even the Allagans did not. It was never like to be easy.
It's testing. Okay. Oh no, I understand they're doing testing, but I'm just like, you would think there'll be like a better area for them to do it instead of just on just a random bridge. like in a room or something, just in case whatever they're doing just blows up Gabu. It's like, oh, we'll just blow up Gabu.
The rest is up to you, Alize. The treatment itself will take time and focus, so we will need a quiet room.
Oh, there you go.
I'm sure our hosts can spare one.
There we go. Okay, so they're going to a room. Good. This feels like a medical procedure.
I will go with her. It may be a while before we return, so I would ask for your patience and your faith.
We'll bring Gabu back. You see if we don't.
Yeah, Gabu. That little rat.
'Twould seem our
thingy.
part is played. Let us find a place to recuperate while we wait for news.
Well, that seems like a good spot to have a rest of any. You know what I feel like right now?
For years, Eorzea has labored to find a solution to the primal problem, without success. Any hope that tempering could be reversed faded long ago.
I feel like an ice cream sandwich. I don't know why. Just like a random urge to get myself an ice cream sandwich. I haven't had one in years.
I myself had given it up as impossible. Given up on the tempered and the light corrupted alike. They were problems to be tolerated, or else eliminated, I believed. And to think otherwise was pure naivety. Childishness, even. But Alize refused to give up. She struggled and she struggled. And her efforts were rewarded with a way to bring back Halric. And now countless others may no longer be beyond salvation. However much we bicker, I have the greatest respect for my sister. Had I half her stubbornness, nay, her unwillingness to accept the status quo, I would be a far better person. A far better scion.
Okay, so now this is Alphino's turn to glaze up the sister. If there's any consolation, she is in awe of your work.
She told you of my graduation thesis. How very embarrassing. Nonetheless, it is comforting and not a little surprising to hear that I'm still capable of impressing my sister. On the rare occasions I'm not annoying her, that is.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only way to take care of it, Eric. They would basically
Alice,
they would basically have
are you
to.
all right?
Because if not, they'll just keep on getting the primal back.
Did it work?
My body's maybe my body's craving something in it.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you all. Delighted, happy, glad.
Oh.
Gaboo!
Gobble gobble. It worked. 2 seconds later, Gaboo just blows up. I'm waiting for the dark twist.
All this time, my mind was filled with thoughts of Great Father Titan.
That voice. Gaboo go boom.
But I never forgot about Mother and Father. Always, they were in my heart. Constantly, ever, always. So I tried to focus on their faces. Theirs and yours. Alize's and everyone's. And I found that I could remember. One thing, then another, and another.
Yeah, that's true. At least this time around, the NPCs actually were the heroes in this situation, instead of the player character being the best thing to ever be. I don't know if the stream is twitching.
Your hopes reached Gaboo. They helped him to hold on.
I mean, you are on Twitch, so Twitch is twitching. You can always come to the YouTube site, Theron. If all else fails.
I'm so proud of you, Gaboo.
He cast F5.
I couldn't have done it without you, Alize. Can you help the others too? Cure them, heal them, help them?
Yes, we can. All of them.
Without wishing to dampen the mood, I feel compelled to add certain caveats regarding the viability of the treatment for general use. As you know, reversing the effects of tempering demands a profuse amount of ether. And while Alize was able to heal Gaboo alone, I fear the same will not be true for those who exhibit more advanced symptoms. Moreover, the treatment's effects are limited to the soul. It offers no succor to those whose very flesh has been altered through prolonged exposure to a primal's influence. All of which is to say that we cannot save everyone.
Maybe we can't, or maybe we can. No one gave us a hope of saving Gaboo, and yet here we are. We must find a way to treat as many as possible.
Maybe.
Then, the next logical step would be to produce a veritable army of Porkses, would it not? Granted, it seemed a simple enough process in the first. But I suspect it will be different here in the source. Not that I am any authority, of course.
Yet there is an authority on familiars to whom we may grudgingly turn. She's stubborn, haughty, eccentric, irascible, laconic, annoying. And her name is Master Matoya, the real one.
Oh yeah, the real Master Matoya, not this faker, this stinking faker that was faking the fake in the other dimension.
I have to go now, Gabu. But the people here will look after you, all right? And I promise to come and visit you again soon.
All right. Thank you, Alize. Thank you.
Exactly. What happens when the real Master finds out about the fake one? She probably turn Yustola into a broom and let her sweep around for the day. Just a day. Not permanently. Just polymorph her into a broom for a day as punishment. She'll be She will be at the pains to remind me, but I have not paid Master Matoya a visit since returning to the first. But this seems like a good time as many. Oh man, where's the closest dam? Alright. Gotta go here. It's dungeon time. It's always dungeon time. And I'm not, no flying here. No flying here. I think it was this way. I'm surprised you have done much in the area of crafting. I typed it for you to tell you. My phone corrected it to Italy, sure. I mean, there's always time for Italy. Get a little pizza. You gotta love autocorrect. Yes. Italy, sure. Or just like Maik when he typed in, he was trying to say he typed in machinist, but he typed in macho-ness. So now in my head I just see Macho Man Randy Savage in a machinist getup, which should be art somewhere. I want to see Macho Man Randy Savage as a machinist. I take you ready to bear witness to the joyous reunion of master people.
Nary a word from you all this time, then you bring every man and his pirogo with you. Did no one teach you any manners, girl?
They were too busy teaching me etherology, Master. Jesting aside, I wanted to be the one to express our gratitude.
If you want to see that, you must play the Hillebrand quest. Oh.
I am told you spared no effort to sustain our bodies while we were away. And for that, we owe you our lives. Thank you.
You were gone so long. I was starting to think you set your heart on staying.
It wasn't easy to leave, as it happens. Seldom does one have the opportunity to study other worlds, and I would not have minded extending my stay by a handful of years.
Ever the scholar. Y'shtola dedicated herself to studying ancient civilizations of the First, befriending a tribe known as the Knights Blessed in the process. There she took on the name of Matoya and won the respect of all the children of the forest.
Oh no. Alphino just blew up her spot. Exactly. Alphino just does not know when to shut up. Alphino, you're an idiot.
I merely adopted an alias in accordance with the custom of my hosts. Yours just happened to be the first name that came to mind.
Uh-oh. Dumbass.
You mean to tell me you went gallivanting about using my name and only bother to visit when you need a favor? And don't pretend you don't. I taught you long enough.
Dumbass. It's like, what?
Indeed. And devoted pupil that I am, I could not fail to recall my master's sage advice. When the answer eludes you, look to the wisdom of your elders.
It's like everyone looked at him. Not one person thought that was a good idea. Everyone was just like, "Do you know what you just said? You blubbering idiot."
You there. Were you going to introduce yourself?
How remiss of me. Grahatia is my name, and I am proud to call myself a scion. I too wish to offer my gratitude for your invaluable aid in sustaining the Archon's bodies, as well as my apologies. It was my inexpert summoning spell which endangered their lives in the first place.
Ah, yes. The one bent on digging up the mysteries of Alag. Old Galaf used to speak of you, and Kryles told me all about your recent exploits. Do you have a bad back or something? At ease, boy. Whatever mess you've made, I'm not in the habit of dwelling on the failings of the younger generation.
You are too kind. I've also heard much and more about you, Master Matoya. 'Tis an honor to finally make your acquaintance.
Poor Matoya she was hurt by what that dummy said. Yeah.
Well, that's more than enough pleasantries for anyone. Tell me what you want. I haven't got all day. So that's the way of it. It should be a simple enough matter to make the familiar. The magic, on the other hand.
Ah, that you may leave to me. Being the only one possessed of royal blood, I alone can imbue the subject with the necessary magic.
So I just need to create porxes with the power to stir the soul. Just, I say. Though we're talking about a veritable herd of the little buggers, we'd collapse before we reached double figures. But If I could get a familiar to create the familiars.
Uh-oh.
Mother Porksy, as it were.
Then we can have a Porksy army. All the Porksies.
Seems I haven't seen the last of that moldy old hole after all.
That's what she said. Oh, right, off to my old workshop. Everything required of familiar is there. That may be, but no one has set foot in there since the Exodus. I dread to imagine what has become of it. Oh, I'm sure there's a handful of feral familiars. It may happen a monster or two, but nothing to trouble the likes of you. Fine, we'll do it. Good girl. Now, if there's no other objections, I suggest you run along the Maker's Quarter. I'll send one of my porgos ahead to let you into the workshop. You need only tell him who you are. One can't be too careful, after all. The Maker's Quarter. So they even got the brooms? Oh yeah, of course. You gotta have the brooms. This is Matoya's cave. And here's Alexander. Totally forgot about that weird thing. Okay. Just right on top of Alexander here. There's the head of Alexander. I've already went through all this. And I think over here is like one of the few areas that has like a child NPC. Because you don't really see that too often, right? I forgot what it was. It was like one of the child Bakote, whatever. Greetings. Welcome to my good mistress relic. Oro Rago is my name, and I'm honored to be your guide. Within you'll find space dedicated to the making of familiars. Chloe, the cat child, is freaking terrifying. Rest assured, my brother and I will see that you not lose your way. The Matoya's relic now accessible. Awesome. Tarantula Hawk. I think he's looking at me the wrong way. Get out of here. He was looking at me side eye. I had to kill it. Chloe, the cat child. Yeah. The good old cat child. Most definitely. But, alright guys. I'm going to take a little break. I might be back in in a bit. But, you know, I just want to at least get to the dungeon area at least. And then next stream, going through the dungeon. Oh, unless I come back, you know, and decide to do the dungeon for sure. Every week, you should be getting a new scratcher ticket from Chloe. Then as you do dungeons and stuff, it auto scratches it off you with tons of XP and primary rewards. Oh, really? I haven't talked to Chloe since I've been in this area. Last. So, yeah, like I said, there's so much to this game I just have not done or interacted with. Like once I get to a certain point, I'll probably start messing with it. I've even been thinking about a new class to play as, but I haven't decided what. You know, but it's all good though. It's all good. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for everyone for coming out through, hanging out, and peace out.